Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this particular video, I have explained what is meant by operator, what is meant by operand, and the various kinds of logical operators. Even the examples of those by using an interactive mode in Python programming language. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video link with your friends and family members. Gain the knowledge and rule the world. Happy learning. Operators in Python programming language. So to know regarding operators, first you need to know what is meant by operator and what is meant by operands. So first, an operator is a symbol to perform specific mathematical or logical operations on values. An operator is a symbol which is used to perform specific mathematical or logical operations on the values. The values that the operator work on are called operands. As an example, we consider the expression 10 plus num. So here the value 10 as well as the variable num are called as an operands, and the symbol plus is called operator. So operator is used to perform specific operation or a specific mathematical or logical operation on the values. So here 10 plus num, what is that? It says that it has to perform an addition of 10 along with the value which has been stored in a variable num. Python supports different kinds of operators. Logical operators. There are three logical operators supported by an Python programming language, and these operators are and, or, not. All of these operators should be written in a lowercase only. The logical operator evaluates to either true or false based on logical operands on either side of the operand. That means after the evaluation of an logical operator, it will result in either true or false value. Every value is logically either true or false. It means whatever the operands we use on either side of a logical operator, so that will be either true or false. It means it will result in true or false. So what will be a true value and what will be a false value? By default, all the values are true. Example 10, 20, minus 20, 30, 40, minus 100, A, X, Z, like all these are the by default are true values, except none, false, zero, empty collections such as within a double quotes, no space even also, open bracket, close bracket with small parenthesis, open bracket and close bracket of that is a square brackets, then open and close of a flower brackets. These are the a few examples of the logically false value which represent a false value. None, false, zero, empty collections, double quotes without a space, then parenthesis, square brackets, flower brackets, and few other special values will be having a value called false. Other than this, all values will be a true. For example, if we say num1 is equal to 10 and num2 is equal to minus 20, then both these num1 as well as num2 are logically true. If you have written as num2 is equal to 0, then it will be a false value. Otherwise, if you have written as num1 is equal to false, then it will be a false. Or empty collections, small parenthesis, square brackets, flower brackets, etc. Those will be considered as a false. First logical operator AND. it is called as a logical AND. If both the operands are true, that is on either side of an operator, and if both the operands are true, then the condition becomes true. In all other cases, it will be a false. Second operator OR, it is called as a logical OR. If any of the two operands are true, then the condition becomes true. That means on either side of an operator, any of the operands is true, then the condition becomes true. It means if it is true false, it will be untrue. If it is true true, then it will be untrue. If it is false true, then it will be untrue. If both are false, then it will be a false. If any of the two operands are true, then the condition becomes true. Even if all the operands are true, then the condition will become true. The last logical operator is NOT. It is called as a logical NOT. It is used to just reverse the state of its operand. Means if the operand is true, after evaluation it will become false. If it is false, after evaluation it will become true. Just it will reverse the logical state of the operand. Just it will be changing or negates or complements the value of an operand.
The Python interpreter. So here click on this Windows logo. So in the applications, search it. So where you get Python, so here click on this, it will show. In this one, Python 3.12 64-bit. So it's a window here. So first I will explain regarding the logical AND operation. So logical AND operation, if both are true, it means true and true, then the resultant will be true. Suppose if it is true and false, then what the result will be false. Suppose if it is false and true, then also the result will be false. If both are false, false and false, then also the result will be false. That means if both the operands are true, then the resultant will be true in case of an AND, that is a logical AND. In all other cases it will be false. Now we'll take few examples. num1 is equal to 10, num2 is equal to minus 20. As I told, minus 20 is also true, and num3 as 0. And I will take another one, num4 is equal to 0. So 0, when it has been initialized, that means it is a false. So now bool, that is boolean of num1 and num2. So num1 is 10 and num2 is minus 20. That means both are true, the resultant will be true. Suppose if we write bool of num1 and num3. So num3 is 0 and num1 is 10. That means true and false. The result will be false. Suppose if we take bool of num3 and num2. So it is a false and true, because num3 is 0 and num2 is true. So false and true will be false. Suppose if we consider both the as false, that is num3 and num4, close the bracket, enter. So we'll get as false. So this is with respect to an logical AND operation. Now we shall consider the logical OR operation. So in case of a logical OR operation, you know, if any one of them is true, then the resultant will be true. So I have written both as true, then the result will be true. Then true or false. In this case also it will be true. Then if I write false or true, in this case also it will be true, because any one of the operand should be true. Suppose if we write both as false, false and false or false. So in this case it will be a false. So now with those variables num1, num2, num3, num4. So first I will write bool within a bracket num1 or num2. That means both are true. Num1 is 10 and num2 is minus 20. True or true? The result will be true. Suppose if I write bool of num1 or num3. So it is true or false. In this case the result will be true. The next bool within a bracket num3 or num1. So I have written false or true. It means in this case it will be a true. Then if I write both as false, that means num3 or num4. So both are false. In this case the result will be a false. This is with respect to an OR operation. Then with respect to a NOT operation. So bool within a bracket not num1. So num1 is true. Not of num1. That means not of true will be false. So if I write bool within a bracket not of num3. So num3 is false. Not of false will be true. So the result will be true. Right. Even you can directly write like this, not of num1. You get false. Not of num3. This will be an true. Not of num2. So num2 is minus 20. That means it is true. So not of true will be false. So this is just a simple example in an interpreter mode. We have executed with respect to logical operation. In detail we'll explain you by considering the logical operators when I complete the topic of operators, arithmetic operators, relational operators and all the operators once I complete, and if I start with the conditions, then I will be explaining with respect to the programs. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video link with your friends and family members.